Hey, everybody, it's me, Tracy Thomas, host of The Stacks, and I'm here with another bonus episode of The Stacks Unabridged. That is our podcast exclusively for members of the Stacks Pack on Patreon and subscribers to my newsletter on Substack called Unstacked. If you have ever wondered how a book prize is decided, today's episode is for you. I am joined by Kiley, Reid, who is one of 5 judges for this year's Booker Prize, which is a UK-based literary prize which honors books from English-speaking countries. This year's prize will be awarded on November 5th, and the Booker list is down to a 6-book shortlist. Today, Kiley and I talk all about the nerdy process of getting 153 books down to 1. I ask her about the logistics of fighting between the judges, how she's reading 153 books in about 6 months, and why the Booker Prize asks their judges to read each of the shortlisted books 3 times. If you're listening to this episode and it cuts out after about 10 to 15 minutes, that means you are not a paid subscriber on Patreon or Substack. If you want to hear the whole episode, you should definitely do that. What do you get besides this episode? You get all of our bonus episodes. You get access to our virtual book club, to our Discord channel, to all of my hot takes on pop culture. Plus, you get to know that by becoming a paid subscriber, you make it possible for me to make the stacks and everything else I do free to all. Head to patreon.com/thestacks to join the Stacks Pack and go to tracythomas.substack.com to subscribe to my newsletter. All right, now it is time for my conversation with Kiley, Reid. All right, everybody, I'm so excited for this episode of the Stacks Unabridged. We are talking book prize, not just any book prize. We are talking Booker Prize with a Booker Prize judge from this year's prize, Kiley Reid. Kiley, welcome back.
It's really great to be here. Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited. When this started to fall into place, I was like, this is my dream because I love talking about book prizes. I care deeply about them. And I feel like nobody really understands how they work or what happens when you're a judge. I have had the pleasure/horror of being a judge, so I know all about it, but I want to hear about it from you. So we're going to start here. Who called you? What happens? How do you even get called up? Because this is big league prize shit.
So my friend Sarah Collins, who was a judge the year prior, she had said to me, hey, the president of the Booker wants your email. They have like an opportunity for you. So I was convinced that it was like they want me to write something. They want me to interview someone. I was like, that's great. And she pretty much spelled it out in the email back to me, but I was like, that cannot be correct. So I'll just talk to her in person and see what this is all about. And then they made the offer and I laid on the floor in my daughter's room. I was bowled over. It is the biggest privilege to be put in a situation where you're forced to read so much and kind of remember why you started. It is such a gift to be forced to say, okay, how are people starting novels? How are people ending novels? How are people doing this right now? The thing I compare it to, it's like if you're like a ballerina or something and someone's like, I want you to take a bar class every day, all day, and like remember why you started this. So yeah, it was an amazing offer.
Have you seen the movie Center Stage?
Am I allowed? Yes.
Okay. Well, you know what? Some people have not. It's giving Donna Murphy, like, go back to the bar.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Incredible film.
I love that was your reaction because my reaction, though I'm not a writer, was this sounds like a lot of work. Can I? Will I? Should I? Did you have any feelings of like, can I actually handle this? Did you ask any follow-up questions? Like, I'm honored. What does this literally mean for my life?
You know, I was too excited to be smart and ask those questions. I didn't. And here's the thing. They make the call in December of the year before. And at the time, I was in Michigan, and my family had been planning a move to the Netherlands, where I am right now, for 2 years. And so I was planning a transcontinental move with a then 2-year-old when this offer came in. And I was like, I'll make it work. It's fine. So, I mean, I was just so excited. I thought I'll make it work. I'm never going to have this opportunity again. I want to have more children. I should do it now. Well, I'm not pregnant. This is going to be so great. But I mean, did it kick me in the head so hard and make me understand that I could not write my own stuff immediately? Yeah. I mean, between my move and reading, I just had to only do the move and the Booker. That was all I had time for.
Were you already working on a writing project before you said yes?
Yeah. I have a
So you
book
basically
deal, right?
just like, I have to pop. Oh, you have a deal. So your team was like, Kiley, it's a no from us. And you were like, too bad. Already got the advance. We'll deal with it later. Great.
Yeah.
I love this.
I mean, my team is like huge Booker fans too. So they were like,
Okay.
this is great. But I was like, I know, we'll deal with it later. So that's kind of
See you
how
in
that went.
2026.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
see you in November. Can you just tell us, for people who don't know, broad strokes, what is the Booker Prize? What makes it the Booker Prize?
So the Booker Prize is a fiction book contest for all English-speaking books that are published in either the UK and or Ireland. And so that means that you are getting books in from the United States, which is really contentious. We can get into that, from Ireland, from Australia, from India. So all over, it's English-speaking fiction. So I do not know the year, but I think it was 10 or 20 years ago that American authors were allowed to participate, which some people think is great. Some people think it is awful. But now I can say that what I think is special about the Booker Prize is that all of the judges are reading all of the books.
Okay.
Like every single one. And, you know, authors and booksellers talk. So I do know a little bit about other prizes where it's like every panelist is given like 30 books and they're in charge of those 30 books. And then later it might become clear that like they didn't really read those 30 books. That is not happening here. We're all reading every single book and making each other change their minds and making people read.
Oh, I want to get into this. Wait, let's pause because I have a lot of questions.
Of course.
You're all reading every book. You
book.
don't have to finish every book.
You can skim. And I think Roddy said it well. He was like, we want to focus on the books that are great. So for me personally, if I started reading a book and it was knocking me out, like so good, I put it to the side so that I could read it properly later. I think to be a good reader and writer, you have to be able to skim a little bit.
Right.
But there are books that are from really heavy hitters. And even if you don't like them, you want to come in with a strong argument. So you want to read every book.
Yeah. Do you know, is there a limit of like how many books a publisher can submit? Like, do you know if there's any curation of the list that you get before you get it?
I know that if you have been shortlisted in the past, your next books are automatically entered. And I also know that publishers have a certain number of books that they can put forth.
So I know with some prizes, the judges can say, this book wasn't submitted, but I think we should consider it. Do you all have any sway in that way?
There are call-ins that people can say, I cannot believe this wasn't here. This should be here. We should consider it. And so, I mean, a book has to really stand out if you want your fellow judges to read.
You want to add
from the
how
153.
many books are? It's 153 that you get submitted, or you got.
That's what we had. Yeah.
Okay, that's a lot of books.
It's a lot of books. I will tell you, there were 2 ways I got through it. And
I want to hear.
One of them was a little strange. So the only way I got through it was putting 2 books against each other in one day. So I would pick 2 books that were kind of the same size and I would like make them compete basically. So I would read an hour of one and then take a little break, go for a walk, and then read an hour of another one. Another thing I really had to do was learn how to walk and read at the same time because like you need your steps in the day. So I had to make sure. So I found this like I was like living kind of in a rural area and I found this stretch of woods so I could just walk back and forth. So also.
And you didn't get like motion sickness?
I got pretty good at it. I was okay. Okay, that leads into this, which is strange, but it really helped. I was having some other health situations and I had started doing something called neurofeedback. Do you know what that is?
No.
Okay, so it's like football players do it, people who've had concussions or traumatic brain injuries do it, and they basically put like electrodes to your brain and you watch screens, and either you're playing a game or a movie, and when your brain is moving in the way that it's supposed to, the screen stays lit up. But when your brain is moving in pathways that aren't healthy, the screen goes dark. So it's training your brain to like redo those pathways. So I was doing that, and I told my engineer that I was doing this prize, and she was like, we can help you focus. Like we can help you do that through neurofeedback. And it really helped. Like,
I need this.
yes.
I need this. Oh my
It
gosh, that's so cool.
It was very, very cool. It really worked.
I need a brand deal for neuro, whatever the fuck. Like, I will be your influencer of choice. That's incredible. Do you know of any of your fellow judges if they had other weird things that they were doing, like the head-to-head, or like, do you guys talk about any of that, like strategies to get through it all? All right, that is the end of this bonus teaser. If you were liking what you were hearing, you can listen to the entire episode by going to either patreon.com/thestacks and joining the Stacks Pack, getting access to the Discord, being able to participate in our virtual book club, and or you can go to tracythomas.substack.com and subscribe to Unstacked, where you're going to get my writing about books, pop culture. You're going to get other exclusive author interviews, and of course, these bonus episodes. So go to one of those two places, join us, get to hear the rest of this episode, and support the work that I do by being a part of these wonderful communities. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the Stacks.